you. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so good to be here tonight. It's so good to see you, that you all showed up despite the rainy weather. We're going to make it excellent tonight. We have a lot of great new things to show you. Welcome to Bunq Update 29. Now, we have a lot of great stuff to show you, amazing features that make life easy, features that we have been working very, very, very hard on. But as you have come to notice, we always like to pick out some highlights between last Bunq Update and this one. And the first highlight I'd like to take out has everything to do with CNBC. CNBC is, of course, a global news provider, news outlet. And last year, we were amazed and very humbled and very grateful to be elected as one of the world's best fintech companies. That's a big thing. Yes, thank you. But now the cool thing is, of course, that this year we got elected again for the second time in a row. Thank you, CNBC. Thank you all. Now, of course, none of this would have been possible without you, our users. So I'd like to take a moment and thank you. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Thank you for your excitement. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for always showing up. Thank you for being here. It's really, really great. But most of all, thank you for telling all your friends, family, relatives, neighbors, people on the bus about us, because that helps us grow. In fact, we just hit a record number of users. We just checked how many users our platform serves. Does anybody want to take a guess? Oh, almost, because as of tonight, we're serving 20 million users on the Bunq platform. Thank you so much. The last highlight is a very special one, because for those of you who were there many, many years ago, tonight is actually about the 10th year anniversary of the Bunq app. That's 10 years of us doing the incredible, of working our butts off for you, for our users, creating new ideas, new endeavors, new adventures, a great many number of great memories. I think that deserves a trip down memory lane. We made a short video. Let's have a look.
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like a takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it.
Beautiful new Bunq metal card.
Fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it.
A great number of memories, and of course we could have made this video many, many, many hours long, but we didn't. And that brings us to the question, what is next? Well, after 10 years of hard work, 10 years of your feedback, 10 years of pushing the boundaries, 10 years of lessons learned, features developed, things tried, knowledge accumulated, I'm very excited that we have poured all of that into one thing. And that one thing is the best Bunq app yet. I'm incredibly excited that tonight we'll be showing you the new Bunq V5. And to tell you all about this beautiful new app, please welcome Samantha.
Thank you, Ali. Great to be back here tonight, and I cannot wait to show you all of the latest and the greatest Bunq app yet, V5. Now, V5 is everything we have learned over the last 10 years, everything about making mobile banking both really easy and really safe. And with everything we're going to show you tonight, you'll see just how beautiful this new V5 looks and how it can make your life easy. Now, I'm American, and when I first moved to the Netherlands, Bunq was a lifesaver. I came here as a student. Here I am, as a little Sam. And right off the bat, I hit a major roadblock because I didn't have a Dutch tax ID number yet. And without a Dutch tax ID number, I wasn't able to get a Dutch bank account. And without a Dutch bank account, I couldn't do some very basic things like get a Dutch cell phone, pay for rent, buy groceries, and just regular day-to-day things. It's a struggle I'm sure many expats out there are familiar with. Actually, I think there are some expats in the room tonight. Welcome to Amsterdam, everyone. Now, it's been about 9 years since I created my Bunq account, and we have gotten even better since then. So let me show you just how easy it is for an expat to open a Bunq account today. Let me grab my phone and connect it to the screen. There we go. And I've already downloaded the Bunq app, so I'll start by tapping on the beautiful Bunq logo. And right away, you can already see the new look and feel of the beautiful V5. So let's get started. To start by creating my account, I'll need to enter a phone number. And I've just moved, so I'm going to enter my US phone number. So let me switch to that. Type it in. There we go. Now, to make sure that this phone number is actually mine, I've received a code via SMS that I'm going to enter right now. And in just a few seconds, you'll get the fresh glimpse of the new Bunq V5. Let's give it a moment. Welcome to Bunq. Look how beautiful it looks. Now, the new Bunq V5 is super beautiful. The design is really sleek. I absolutely love it. And you'll see that there are still 5 tabs at the bottom, but they're a little bit different than what you're used to. Now we have the Home tab, Cards, Savings, Stocks, and Crypto. For tonight, I'll start with the Home tab. And right off the bat, at the top, you can see that it just takes 5 minutes for me to finish signing up. If I scroll down a little bit further, you can see that I'm able to open many different bank accounts, each with their own IBAN. More on that later. And if I scroll down a little bit more, you can see all of the tailored benefits. For example, the third one says it's ready for international use and that I'll be able to open a foreign currency account. As an American, this sounds great because I'd love to have a US dollar account. Scroll down a little bit more, and I can see that I can even instantly open a joint account, a child account, or a business account. Now, this all sounds great, so let's scroll back up and actually finish signing up. Tonight, I'll create an account just for me. And now I need to enter a few personal details, so let me type that in. Add a birthday. There we go. And this part is really cool because actually I can choose the preferred language that I want to use the Bunq app in. And this is great because as an expat, when I moved here, I didn't really speak that much Dutch, let alone understand very complicated banking terms in Dutch. And actually, Bunq is the only bank in the world that is available in 38 different languages. Let's stick to English for now. So I'll tap on English, tap on Next, type in my email address. Let's do a fun one for tonight, BU29. There we go. Type in my address. It pre-fills, which is nice. And just like that, we're already at the last step. Pretty easy so far, right? Now, this last step is a very important one because in order to keep my account secure, I'm going to be asked to verify my identity. Usually at traditional banks, you'd have to call, make an appointment, go to the physical branch, and they'd verify you in person. But Bunq has made it really easy for me to do this on the spot right here on my phone. All I need to do is scan my ID and take a selfie. And in the background, Bunq will run all of the security checks to make sure it's a match. So let's get started. Let's do the verification. I've just moved, so let me use my US passport as my ID. I have it with me here. Now, these introduction screens will just tell me and guide me to make sure that I'm taking a clear picture with no glare and to make sure that the picture is readable. All right, I'm going to scan it. We're going to block my private information for just a minute. Let's make sure it captures it. All right, it's uploading behind the monkey that you can't see. And now, in just a second, I'm going to be asked to take a selfie. Yes, there we go. Let's see. All right, the picture's acceptable. Let's see if it's a match. Yes, it's a match. In the background, Bunq is running all kinds of security checks to make sure that the information I filled in is correct, that my address is correct, and that I am who I really say I am. And it feels really good to have this extra layer of protection, but it feels even better that this will be done in under 5 minutes. And the best part is that because Bunq is a fully licensed bank, my money will be fully insured up to 100,000 euros as soon as my account is verified. Speak of the devil, it's verified. How easy was that? So now I have a fully fledged Dutch bank account, and you can see that I will still need to fill in that tax ID number, but Bunq gives me the chance to actually start banking today while I can take time to deal with all of the paperwork later. All right, let's scroll down a little bit, and you'll see that Bunq has set me up with a main bank account. This has a Dutch IBAN because I'm here in the Netherlands, and this is perfect for day-to-day use. But I'm an expat. I just moved here. I have a lot of different expenses. I need to pay a deposit for my rent. I need to start buying furniture. And I just need to start buying a lot of different things to make sure that this new place can be called a home. And Bunq has made it really easy for me to do that. Let me show you how. Because just under this account called Main, you'll see that I can add extra bank accounts. Each of these extra bank accounts will have their own unique IBAN, which means that you'll be able to link any kind of direct debit to these extra accounts. And you can add a bunch of them. So let's just add one. Let's add one right now for rent. I'll tap on Add, tap on Payment Account. Let's call it Rent. I can customize the background color. Let's do pink. And I can choose an icon. Let's do the home icon. Create. And just like that, I have an account for my rent. How easy is that? I still have a lot of things to buy. So let's make another account just for furniture. I'll follow the same steps. Tap on Payment Account. We'll call this one Furniture. Pick a blue background. And create. There we go. Just another different account just for my furniture. And I already know I'm going to want to buy a plane ticket later this year to go back home. So let's just make one more. And I'll call this one Miami, because that's where I'm from. For this one, I'll have a little bit of fun. I can actually choose a photo as a background. And I have one right here of South Beach. Wouldn't it be nice to be at the beach right now? Okay, let's create that last one. There we go. Just like that, Bunq has helped me organize all of my money. And the best part is that because each of these has its own IBAN, I can just fully use them as a separate bank account. Now, this is great, but it's getting a little bit long, and my home tab doesn't exactly look the way I want it to. Bunq is the only bank that lets me customize my home tab in whichever way I like. And to do that, all I need to do is long press on one of these accounts, and I can just create a new folder. Let's call it Extra Stuff. And now I can very easily drag and drop all of these other bank accounts inside of that folder. So let's drag Furniture and Rent in there. Oop. There we go. And I can just close the folder. And that's it. Doesn't it look tidy? The best part is that when I will receive my salary later this month, Bunq can even automatically split my salary into each of these accounts. Isn't that amazing? Okay, I am very happy with my bank account setup, but now I need a card so that I can start spending. With V5, it's easier than ever to manage all of your cards because they live in their own dedicated tab, the Cards tab. So let me tap on Cards. At the top, you can see that I can instantly get a card that I can actually start using today. So let's do that right now. Let's get my card. Here, I have the option to choose between a physical card or a digital card. I can get a credit card, a debit card, or even that beautiful metal card. Tonight, I'll stick with the debit card. And here I have the option to personalize this card with fun stickers and icons, which is really cool, but I'll stick with the iconic Bunq rainbow card. So let's order without personalization. And here you'll see that my name is already pre-filled. I can actually change this to one of my other forms of my legal name. And you may notice that my initials are actually SAC de Groen. And at traditional banks, I was always referred to as SAC. So I'm very happy that Bunq allows me to just be Samantha. All right, let's tap on that. Tap on next. And let's just confirm my address and get the card. Now, in just a few moments, there we go. The card is already on its way. How easy was that? The nice thing is that I actually don't have to wait for the card to arrive in order to actually start using the card, because you can see here that I can instantly add it to Apple Pay right away, and I could do this right now. But for the purposes of tonight's show, let's fast forward a couple of days, and let's pretend that I actually received my physical card. So let's welcome the mailman on stage who will deliver me my physical card. Give it up to the mailman. Thank you, mailman. All right, let's unbox this card. And there you have it, the iconic Bunq rainbow card. Now, in the meantime, this screen has updated, and I can now say that my card has arrived. So I'm going to tap on that. As an extra layer of security, I'm asked to confirm that my card actually arrived at home. Yes, it did. And this part is very cool, because normally at traditional banks, you would have to wait another couple of days to get another physical letter in the mail with a pre-assigned PIN code that you will for sure forget. But at Bunq, you can choose your own PIN code directly in the app, one that you will always remember. So let me choose one right now and confirm it. I can always change this later directly in the app as well. And there we go. My card is activated. How easy was that? Not only is it very easy to actually get a Bunq card, but it's also really rewarding to actually use it. At the top, you'll notice two different tiles. The one on the top left is called points. Every time I use my Bunq card, I'll earn Bunq points. And with these Bunq points, I can exchange them for really cool rewards. And at the top right, you'll see something called 0FX. Now, as an American, this is great because I travel back and forth a lot between here and the US. And traditional banks will usually charge you up to 3.5% on all foreign currency payments. But at Bunq, you always get the best exchange rate. You might be wondering, how much does that really add up to? Well, we crunched the numbers, we did the math, and it turns out that on average, all Bunq users save around 64 euros per trip. Now, I always recommend Bunq to all of my friends, especially if they're moving to a new country, but with V5, it's now more rewarding than ever. Because with V5, for every friend that you refer to Bunq, you'll both get a free metal card. That's it for me. Let's continue on this V5 journey with Thijs.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Wow, it really is easier than ever to open a Bunq account. And it's actually just as easy for your business. A little bit about me. besides working at Bunq, I always have some entrepreneurial projects going on the side. And whenever I need a business bank account, I always choose Bunq because it's just that easy to get started. Now, my brother actually recently started a business. He opened a bar in our hometown. There he is. This is my brother Jente. Yeah, give him a hand. I'm sure he's watching tonight. And he tried to open a business bank account at a traditional bank. Now, after months of back and forth with documents and phone calls and missed phone calls and unreturned phone calls, it still wasn't done. So I told him, just open a business bank account at Bunq. And so he did. He could do everything directly on his phone. He was done in 5 minutes while still keeping him safe. Now, to show you just how easy it is to open a business bank account, I'll take you through it tonight for one of my latest business ventures. Together with some other bunkers, we've developed a passion for climbing in nature. I think we have a picture here. And I think Otto is in the room tonight. Hey, buddy. And about a year ago, we started developing this app for climbers. It helps you find new climbing routes on the wall. It's called Climbing Atlas. And a little while ago, we decided to really go for it, start a business, and of course, we need a bank account. So, to walk you through it, I'll grab my phone, and I'll connect it to the screen. There we go. Now, here at the top, I can tap on my name, and you see here already I have an existing business bank account. Yeah, that's really the name that exists. And the nice thing is, in V5, if I tap on this, you'll see that I switch to a different user and I see just the bank accounts and the transactions belonging to this business. In Bunq V5, your personal and business accounts are now completely separate, and I know business users are going to love this. So let's open a new business account. I'll tap on Add Business, and all I have to do to get started is type search for Climbing Atlas. There we go. And if I tap on this, it automatically is going to fetch all of the information. There we go. How easy was that? So I'll tap on Next. I'll accept the terms and conditions. Now I'll be asked a series of questions about what the company does and how we intend to use Bunq. So I'll just say the activity that we do, and, well, I'll go with software, publishing, tap on Next. The expected monthly transaction volume, well, at the start, we'll stick to less than 10,000 a month. Co-founders, I can add super easily, but we'll cover that later. And describing the business activities. So it's an app for climbers, and enter the website, climbingatlas.com. Perfect. Tap on Next. Then there's some activities that we're not that very keen on at Bunq, but we're a very friendly family company, so I'll tap none of the below. And finally, how do we plan to use Bunq? Well, this will be our primary business account. And so now all kind of automated checks are happening in the background to make sure the company exists, that we really do what it says, that I'm really one of the co-founders, etc. And then we'll see here together that yes, there it is, approved. Now, I told you earlier that it's a hassle to set up a business bank account at a traditional bank. Well, it's 10 times harder if you want to do it with co-founders, because you'll have to coordinate appointments, have even more paperwork, etc., etc. And we've made this super easy at Bunq, because I can just invite co-founders directly from the app. So if I go to the top left, here and scroll all the way down, and I can here manage co-founders. So let's add a co-founder, and since Otto is here tonight, I can just select him from my contacts. And am I sure? Yeah, let's do it. So now, Otto, if you'll do me the honor of, you should have a push notification. All you need to do is tap on accept to become a co-founder of this business bank account. There we go, super easy. And now, Otto and I both have full access to the bank account. We can view all of the accounts, view all of the payments, order new cards. All of this would have taken days, if not weeks, at a traditional bank. And at Bunq, it's done in just a few taps. Sam showed you earlier that you can add extra bank accounts in your personal account, and you can do the same for your business. So we were talking about what success would look like for us as a company, what we would do if we became profitable, and we decided to buy a Nebuchadnezzar champagne bottle. Now, for those of you who may not know what that is, it's a 15-liter bottle of champagne. So I'm going to create an extra bank account so we can put some money towards that. I'll tap on extra bank account, enter champagne, and tap on background, and then I can select a photo. And here we have Otto with an empty one, but I'm pretty sure soon we'll be able to get a full one. Tap on create. Give it just a few seconds. And there we go. How easy was that? Now, whenever anyone around me is starting a business and needs a bank account, I already always recommend Bunq. But as of Bunq V5, I'll actually start to get rewarded for that. Because if I invite a business and they sign up, we'll both get 50 euros. That's it from me for now. Let's go to Brian.
Thank you, Thijs. Good luck with that newest business venture. Good evening. You all got to know me as the head of finance by day and the party queen by night. But tonight, I'm going to get a little bit more personal. Tonight, I'm going to talk about my relationship. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm off the market. My boyfriend originally comes from the beautiful island Curaçao. Yes, here we are, enjoying one of those beautiful beaches. Now, he travels a lot back and forth, and on his last trip, I joined him, and we spent a great day on a boat. Now, we've got super excited, and now we want a boat of our own. And guess what? That's quite expensive. So we have to start saving for it, and we want to save together. Now, Bunq makes it really easy to spend and save together as a couple. Let me show you how it works. Let me grab my phone. And connect it to the screen. There we are. We open in my home tab. Well, after a few months of dating, we were a bit done with the I pay, you pay discussion at the end of date night. So we decided we wanted to open a joint account. As he spends a lot of time in Curaçao and I in the Netherlands, can you imagine the hassle it would be to find even the time to go together to a traditional bank to open such an account? Bunq makes my life super easy. With just a few taps, I can open a joint account. Just add an extra account. Instead of a payment account, I select the joint account. Let's call it date night. Select my partner, his name is Richmar. Done. Create. And it's as easy as that. I just opened a joint account. Now, we both have access to only this account, and we don't have any discussions anymore at the end of date night. Now, let's circle back to saving for that boat. In the beautiful V5 design, all the savings live in the savings tab. That is great, because it means that all my savings are out of sight, so I'm less likely to dip into my savings. So let's go to the savings tab. Here we are. You can see that I already have a savings account. Of course, I want to save at Bunq because they pay out a very high interest. And at the top of the screen, you can see the expected interest I will earn in the upcoming 12 months. And this really motivates me to keep on saving. Now, as easy as it was to set up a joint account, it is just as easy to set up a joint savings account. Simply add an additional savings account, select the joint version, call it both. Select my partner, his name is still Richmore. Done. And let's add a photo of a boat. I'm not picky, I will take this one. Create. And that's it, we now can start saving together. Now, I love Curaçao, and I can really see myself retire there one day. The earlier, the better. I am already saving at Bunq, but I also know that if I want to save in the long run, it could be interesting to also invest in stocks. Before I continue this demo, I have a message to share. All the investments I'm about to do are purely for the sake of this demo to show V5. I'm not giving any personal advice, not on behalf of me, not on behalf of Bunq or its partners. And all the results from the past are not a guarantee for future performances. Clear? Nice. So, let's buy some stocks. Let's go to the stocks tab. Here's an overview of all the stocks and ETFs you can buy in collaboration with our partner Kinman. And at the top, you can see the most recent transactions of your friends. So I see that Kylie has bought some S&P 500, and I see Tom has bought some Apple. Now, I really trust Tom with finance, so I'm going to follow his lead and buy some Apple stock. In the middle of the screen, you can see that an Apple stock is around 205 euros. It's a little bit out of my price range. But luckily, with Bunq, you don't have to buy the full stock. You can also buy a fraction of it. So let me buy for 100 euros. Tap on buy. And that's it. I just bought my first stock. Now, here you see a lot of popular stocks. So let me see if I can buy another one. Ooh, I love some online shopping, so let's go for Amazon. Do another 100 euros. Next. Buy. And it's as easy as that. I went from 0 stocks to a stocks portfolio in a few taps. How easy was that? Next to savings and investing in stocks, there's also an alternative way to invest, and that's via crypto. 9 years ago, I had the opportunity to invest 1,000 euros into Bitcoin. Today, that is worth 250,000 euros. So that boat would be there. I would be on Curaçao. But I didn't take that opportunity, so here I am in the DeLaMar theater. Yes. Now, to ensure that 9 years from now I'm not missing the boat again, pun intended, I'm going to start invest in crypto. So let me go to the crypto tab. Well, of course, we all know Bitcoin, so let me buy that. Go for 100 euros. Tap on buy. There it is. I got my first crypto. At the top of the screen, you can see my crypto wallet, and you see that the safety shield is on. And safety shield is an additional layer of security on all your crypto transactions. There are literally thousands of coins out there, and in the middle of the screen, you can see the favorites, the winners, the losers. I feel lucky tonight, so let me ride the wave of the winners. And let me also buy WorldCoin. To be honest, I've never heard about this coin. So I'm not going to invest 100 euros in it, but you never know. Maybe it's a new Bitcoin. At Bunq, you can start with as little as €1. So I'll go for that. And there it is. Who knows? With V5, it's very easy to invest in stocks and crypto. And if you invite a friend to also invest in crypto, you both get 50 euro of Bitcoin for free. That's it for me tonight. Now please welcome back on stage, Thijs.
Hello again. Thank you to Brian, Sam, and Ali. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed the beautiful new Bunq V5. We've really made it simpler and easier than ever. And I personally really love that separation between the personal and business. It's really going to make things a whole lot clearer. Now, before we say our goodbyes, there's one final feature that I would love to show you. Bunq is already helping me track my spending, save, and even invest. But we all know life can still be pretty expensive these days. I mean, have you seen the prices at the supermarket recently? What if we could make that just a little bit easier? What if you could get your groceries for free? Well, I'm very excited, and in Bunq V5, simply by using your Bunq card at the grocery stores, you have a chance to win your groceries back. We've made this really fun and exciting, so let me grab my phone and then I'll show it to you. I'll switch back here to my own account, connect my phone to the screen, and switch. Yes, there we go. So if I go down here to the recent transactions, I've made 2 card payments at Dirk and Albert Heijn, 2 Dutch grocery stores. And if I scroll just a little bit further, you can see that I can win my groceries back. If I tap on this, I can... Oh yes, it's back. Now, to see if I win my groceries back, all I have to do is spin the wheel. So let's see if we get lucky. Oh, but I have another spin. So let's try one more time and see if we get lucky. Yeah, a little drum of... Oh, yes, won my groceries back. Now, I'm sure you're all very excited to get your hands on Bunq V5. But you'll have to wait just a little bit longer. We want to test drive it first with 1,000 lucky users. If you want to be part of this group, then hurry and go to bunq.com/V5 and sign up. Bunq V5 will be available for everyone later this month. Thank you so much for being here. Take it easy and good night.